has become very, very important. When I think about it, language and colonization, they are so tied together, and now, when I look at the globe, whatever there have been colonies, the language question was paramount, at least modern colonialism, And it went like this. Whenever a people colonize another, or say they always denigrated the languages of the people they colonized and elevated their own language. Let me repeat this. It's not that teaching their own language is bad, but what was horrifying, and we are reaping the consequences of that, is that teaching their own language was dependent on people being humiliated about their own languages, right? It's as if the knowledge of European languages had to be planted on the graveyard of African languages and colonized languages, right? And this is whether you go to Ireland, you go to Native Americans, you go to New Zealand, Maori peoples, Australia, everywhere. Yeah. Not mention the fact that African languages were banned in this continent of America, so that African enslaved were linguistically disconnected with the continent, while European planters, be it Spanish or French or English, were linguistically connected to the European continent. And so this pattern you'll find it there in all modern colonial situations. And obviously, it was not an accident. Some of them said very clearly that what they wanted to create an African middle class or a colonized middle class who will be bonded to Europe even after, say, independence or self-determination. To tie the mind of the colonized intellectuals to Europe. So that even when it became radical and even progressive, it would be within perimeters of European languages, right? And I want to make very clear, it is not there's anything wrong in knowing European languages. No. But I want to emphasize that the knowledge of European languages was erected on the denigration of African languages in the case of our continent, right? Elevation of one was humiliation. And this created what I like to be called as abnormality. Because the normal thing anywhere is your own language, then you learn other languages. From your own ground to the stars, right? That's how every journey of knowledge starts, with where you are, with my own body, with my own environment. Then I walk further and I compare what I'm seeing with where I've come from. So I know that's the normal cognitive process. But colonists changed all that. And what we got then was abnormality. And after independence, what we had is normalized abnormality. And today, in the continent of Africa, the system of government, of every education system is based on this normalized abnormality. Because today, African governments all over compete with British government in promoting English language to the complete neglect of the languages of their own countries. Of course, it happens the same thing with the French, the Portuguese. Publishers as well. I'm very proud, I'm very happy that there are African publishers in the continent. When some of us began writing, we used to send a manuscript to English publisher. We didn't even know what they did. We just sent our manuscript to England without even knowing. And we had no copies even. You just sent it to any publisher, right? So I'm very proud of the fact there are African publishers. But what do they do all over the continent? Once again, they compete with European government in promoting European language books, right? We have many languages in the continent. I'll talk a little bit, and if I go over time, please, because please let me know so I don't, yeah. We have many languages in the continent. There is great, economic potential of even many languages. If your government policy were positive. A book published by Mkuki and Nyota in Kiswahili